We are now into 14.3, which is all about chain discount. So, a chain discount, it is a series of trade discounts. This is also called a series trade discount. A supplier may offer chain discounts to sell out a discontinued item or to convince you to place a larger order. To do the complement method, let me actually just show you what this looks like in here. Nice and pretty. This is it right here. So, for example, on this chain discount, 35% less 20% less 15%. So what this means is that this does not mean 35% plus. You do not add them all together. It means that a 35% discount is deducted from list price to yield first net price. Then from that 35%, we have a certain number. So if we were originally at 100, then you do 100 times 35%, you find a new number. That's how much is deducted. Then we did a 20% off first net price is deducted from first net price to yield a second net price. So then we took 20% off of that already 35% discount, and if you did a less 15%, then you would take 15% off of that 20% item that was taken off of that 30% item. So this is often written as 35-20-15. That means you took a 35% discount first, then you took another 20% discount, and then you took another 15% discount off of that. So the complement method applied to trade discounts in lesson 14.2 can also be applied to chain discounts. So what we're going to do is we're going to first subtract each discount from 100% to find the complements, then multiply the complements to find the percent that you actually pay. This percent is called the net price pay rate. So then it goes into talking about the formulas that we're going to be using. There it is. Sorry. To find your net price rate formula, that is going to be, you have to take the product of complements of chain discount rates. So the net price rate is just taking the complements of all of those. So if we had, again, that 35, 20, and 15, then we would take the complement of 35, which is 65, the complement of 20, which is 15, which is 85, and we would take that 65, 80, and 85%, multiply them all together, and you would get, that's what product is, multiply things together. So you would get those three, multiply them together, that is your net price rate. And then to find your net price, you're going to take your list price. Your list price is always the original amount of what it's listed at, and multiply it by your net price rate. Okay. So then if Lawn Corporation produces 4.5 horsepower lawnmower, which is priced at $695, a new model is ready for production, so the 4.5 horsepower model will be discontinued. Lawn Corporation is offering a chain discount of 20% less 10%, also written as 20-10. What is the final net price of the lawnmower? So you first have to find the first discount. So we're going to be doing this two different ways. Example 1 is one way you can do it. Example 2 is the other way you can do it. They're both going to get you to the same exact answer. It's just two different methods to do it. And then yes, splitting the homework into two different sections too. Sorry, I was looking at that. I'm honestly going to like the second method better. And you'll see why. Okay, so to find your first discount, you're going to have to take your list price and multiply it by the discount rate. So your list price is this, it's priced at $695. So it said that the first discount is 20%, so you multiply that by 20%, and that would give you $139, which is your first discount. So your first discount is that you're going to get $139 off each one of them for buying them, because when model is something, they want to sell the new model, so they'll kind of stop making the old model and just sell whatever they have left of the old model. Then, to find your first net price, you're going to take the list price and subtract your discount. So in this case, we're going to subtract our first discount because that's all we've found so far. So we're going to do $695 minus $139, which is going to give you a total of $556 for your first net price. And then if you remember that this is a chain of discounts, so we took 20% off, and now we're going to take another 10% off. So this was the original discount, was $556, and then this new model came out and they're like, well, let's get rid of that, so let's put another discount on the discount. And so then to find your second discount, you would do the same thing. You would do your list price times your discount rate. So we're going to do, this time we're not doing it off the list price. In this case, we're going to do it off the first net price, because we're taking a 10% off of this 556. So you would do that 556 times the 0.10, which would actually give you $555.60 as your second discount. And then to find your final net price, you're going to take that 556 again and subtract the 55.60 that you had, which is going to give you a total of $500.40. And that is your final price, net price. So that's it. So all this tells you is it was originally $695. Then they took 20% off that $695. So then they were selling it at $556. And then they took another 10% off of that discounted price of $556, and they ended up at $540, which, if you think about it, that's like $195 off an item. So the other way you could do it using these formulas above is using the complement method. So we're going to be still working with the lawnmower in example 1. We're still going to be working with everything the same, same numbers and everything. It's just we're going to be doing it a different method. So to find the complements, remember it's 100 minus the first one. So to do the complement of 20%, $100 minus 20 would give you 80%. To find the complement of 10%, you would do 100 minus 10, which would give you 90%. That's supposed to be an 80%. That's your first step. Find the complements. Then this next step would be to take the product of complements of chain discount rates. So product just means multiplication. So you would do 80% times 90%, which would be 0.8 times 0.9. Which would give you 0.72. You can multiply that back by 100 to get 72%. You could have also just actually done the percentages, and that would have given you 72% too. But I prefer changing everything into a decimal and then multiplying and changing it back into a percentage. Okay, so we had 80%, 90%, now we're at 72%. That is the product, that is a net price rate. I'm going to write that down here. That is a net price rate. And then your last step would be to find the net price. Which would be your list price times your net price rate. So your list price is at $6.95 times your net price rate, 72, which would be 0.72. It's going to give you a total of $540. $500.40. Bam! If you do notice though, that $500.40 is exactly the same as this $500.40 because we were working with the exact same problem. We just did it two different methods that will get you to the exact same answer. I was like, why is this the same? Okay. So this first part up here, wants you to do it the first example one way, and then the second part wants you to do it the example two way.